This video tutorial explains the features of the OnMapReport of the Transit Network Analysis software tool. The OnMapReport provides detailed information about the transit agencies that operate in a selected OnMap area, as well as census and park and ride information for the same OnMap area. The OnMapReport is generated through a pop-up window that appears after a user selects a circular, rectangular, or polygonal shaped area on the main map interface. It is important to mention that the steps to select, edit, and delete on-map areas of different shapes are demonstrated in a separate tutorial video. A circular on-map area centered on the city of Salem, Oregon will be drawn to demonstrate how to access the OnMapReport. Once the size and location of the circular on-map area is defined, a pop-up window appears that displays the longitude and latitude of the centroid of the circular area, the size of the circular area in units of square miles, and the service state on which the OnMapReport will be based. Clicking on the service state opens a date picker control that allows the user to change the service date. The default service date is today's date, and only a single date can be selected via this control. The user must click on the button labeled Generate Report to open the OnMapReport. The OnMapReport will appear on the upper right corner of the main map interface. The top portion of the OnMapReport lists the same information displayed by the pop-up window. Clicking on the service date opens a date picker control that allows the user to change the service date. If a new date is selected, the OnMapReport will be automatically updated. The lower portion of the OnMapReport organizes information about the circular OnMap area selected by the user by means of three tab controls labeled Transit Agencies, Census, and Park and Ride. At the top of the Transit Agencies tab, there are three radio buttons that allow a user to display only transit stops, only routes, or display both transit stops and routes when different transit agencies are selected, from the table displayed in the lower portion of this tab. Below the three radio buttons, information about the number of stops, number of routes, average fare, and median fare for the transit agencies that operate in the circular shape on-map area is displayed. Finally, a table is displayed showing which transit agencies operate in the circular shape on-map area. The number of routes, number of stops, and visit count are shown for each transit agency listed in the table. The value shown in the visit count column represents the total times the stops listed for an agency are visited on the day selected by the user. A user may click on a single row or multiple rows of the table to display the location of the stops clusters and routes operated by these transit agencies on the main map interface. Clicking on a stop cluster composed of a single transit stop displays a pop-up window with specific information about the transit stop. Clicking on a route will also display a pop-up window with detailed information about the route. At the top of the Census tab, there are three radio buttons that allow a user to display only census blocks, only census tracts, or display both census blocks and census tracts when different counties are selected from the table displayed in the lower portion of this tab. Below the three radio buttons, information about the urban population, rural population, number of census blocks, and number of census tracts for all the counties included in the selected on-map area is displayed. Finally, a table is displayed showing which counties are included in the selected circular shape on-map area. The number of census tracts, number of census blocks, urban population, and rural population are listed for each individual county in the table. A user may click on a single row or multiple rows of the table to display the distribution of census blocks and/or census tracts within the circular shape on map area. Clicking on an icon composed of a single census block or census tract displays a pop-up window with specific information about the census block or census tract. Clicking on an icon with more than one census block or census tract will zoom in on that area of the main map interface. The user may adjust the zoom level by using either the plus sign or the minus sign buttons located below and to the left of the OTA floating dialog box. The number of park and ride lots and the number of available parking spaces in these lots for the selected circular shape on map area are displayed at the top of the Park and Ride tab. A table is displayed in the Park and Ride tab showing which counties are included in the selected circular shape on map area. The number of park and ride lots and number of available parking spaces in these lots are listed for each individual county in the table. Clicking on a county listed in the table displays the location of park and ride lots located within the selected circular shape on map area. Clicking on a park and ride icon displays a pop-up window with information about the specific park and ride location. It also allows a user to search for transit stops located nearby to the park and ride lot. To do this, the user must enter a distance in miles in the provided text box and then click the Submit button. If there are transit stops and routes located within the specified distance in miles entered by the user, these are displayed on the circular shape on map area. If no transit services are available within the selected distance of the park and ride lot, the user is notified by an alert generated by the browser.